Ask him for dua. You're supposed to ask any good person for dua. You see a good person, ask them for dua. All the time. You need dua of people. And I'll tell you personally what really I'm suffering. Every time I ask people, they say, no, we are in need of your dua. I tell them seriously, please make dua for me. Oh no, Shaykh, how can we make dua for you? And they don't. They think that the Shaykh don't need dua. They don't understand, many people, that you need to make dua. Not only because everybody needs your dua, and then the dua behind the person for their good. That does him good and does you good. You're trying to be generous, Allah is the most generous. You're trying to be good, Allah is the one who gives good and grants good. So when people ask you dua, this amana, make dua for them. Even as simple as say, oh, Allah forgive them. I don't worry. Make dua for me. Don't say, yeah, oh, okay. That means make dua for them. Make in your heart, oh, Allah forgive him. Oh, Allah forgive him. Why? Because Allah forgives those who seek to help their fellow people. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is kind on those who are kind to others. الراحمون يرحمهم الرحمن أو يرحمهم in both بالسكون أو بالتحريك. حديث الأولية that all of you know. Okay. So then ask the dua of the Salihin. Ask them. Right? You all know the narration that's out there, that Sayyidina Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu, and he is the second Khalifa of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, that when he was seeking the dua of a tabi'i, Uwais al-Qarani radiallahu anhu. If you compare, you say, well, Sayyidina Umar is Sahabi, and Uwais al-Qarani tabi'i. Right? So who's better? Obviously Sayyidina Umar radiallahu anhu is better, but still asking the dua. Notice. Seek their dua. You never know when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepts the dua of people. Maybe that person or that shaykh is making dua for you, and that's the dua Allah accepts, and you are forgiven because of that. The same thing, make dua for each other. تَنَلْ بِذَلِكَ مَا تَرْجُو بِبَرَكَتِهِ. With his dua and the hearts of the ulama and the awliya of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are open to you, you'll get that barakah. You'll get that blessing. You'll get what you want. وَحَسِّنِ الظَّنِّ. And have the best thinking about him or her, if it's a her. Have the best thinking. حسن الظن من حسن العبادة. الحديث is authenticated by Imam al-Hakim. Good thinking is good worship. Part of you being a good worshipper is good thinking about everyone. So think good, have good thinking about them. Because if they were to lead you to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then you have to have good thinking. وَاعْرِفْ حَقَّ حُرْمَتِهِ. Hurma means sacredness, sanctity. Observe the ulama's sacredness and sanctity. Like Ibn Asakir rahimahullah ta'ala mentioned, لحوم العلماء مسمومة, that the flesh of the ulama is poisoned. You might eat it first and you think you ate meat, but that meat is poisoned. That will kill you eventually. Bankrupt you on the Day of Judgment. No rationalization. Oh, he's not from my jama'ah. He's not from my... Wait. And Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam did not say this jama'ah, that jama'ah. He said hadith sahih, al-Muslim akhul Muslim. Notice he did not say al-Mu'min. So you don't say, well, he's Muslim but not Mu'min. No. Al-Muslim is the fellow brother of the Muslim. لا يحقره ولا يظلمه ولا يخذله. Does not belittle him, does not slander him, does not do oppression against him. Be careful. By definition, then the Shaykh comes as first in that. So know their sanctity. وَمَنْ يُعَظِّمْ شَعَائِرَ اللَّهِ فَإِنَّهَا مِنْ تَقْوَى الْقُلُوبِ. Those who glorify the sha'air of Allah, it is from the, if we glorify the sa'i and the tawaf, this is from the taqwa, Allah tells us. How about if you glorify the Kaaba then? Kaaba mu'azzama, you glorify it, right? Like, and you all know the hadith of Ibn Umar radiallahu anhuma. Hadith is authentic, where Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Umar radiallahu anhuma says, he looks at the Kaaba and he says, how glorified you are, O Kaaba of Allah. How great you are. But the sanctity and the glory of the mu'min is greater to Allah than you. So by definition then, the Shaykh. Then, وَقَدِّمِ الْجَدِّ. And always be here. Let's see what the people who have, he translated. Advance with seriousness and leap to his service. Perhaps he will be pleased. And beware lest you become bored or irritated. وَقَدِّمِ الْجَدَّ وَانْهَضْ عِنْدَ خِدْمَتِهِ. Be serious with it. It's your deen. If you go to learn medicine, or if you go to learn engineering, you're serious. You say, this is a very tough, tough business, right? I remember when I was in undergrad, undergraduate, I don't know how you call that here. You have, in university, if you go to university, the first 4 years, you get, what do you call this, a bachelor's degree? What, huh? Undergrad degree? Huh? A bachelor's degree? Okay. So that's the first 4 years in university. And after that, you do your master's or doctorate, right? And that's called graduate level. I remember, not in the Sharia, but other than the Sharia, even in the secular. When I was doing my undergrad, and I majored in microbiology and biochemistry, they were saying, oh, this is difficult. And the teachers would make sure that biochemistry is not a joke. Right? And you have to take applied chem and physical chem and all these things. And we thought we were being choked. We have to be very serious with this material. It's not fun. It's not physical chemistry. It's not for your average person, and it's not for me, obviously. It's one of the toughest things I had to take. I don't like physics to start with, but anyway. So physical chemistry, that's like double the pleasure or double the trouble, whatever you want to call it. So we thought that was serious. That's almost choking. Then when I went on to medical schooling, which is like 4 or 5 years after that, after the undergraduate level, I thought that undergrad was a joke. We were playing. Though we couldn't sleep at that, though this is a joke. What do you mean microbiology? I mistake? Come here. And many of us, and in the US, in order for you to get in medicine, you have to have an undergrad degree anyway. You can't go just straight through. And everybody was graduate, and many people, graduate level, and many people think they weren't going to make it. That's in the ulum of the dunya. But in the ulum of the akhirah, seriousness is called for. وَقَدِّمِ الْجَدِّ. Advance with seriousness. This is not a joke. Maybe pathology or maybe biochem,